Ron speaking at you from the basement. I have come into possession temporarily a cordless drill. This was loaned to me by a neighbor who found it by a curbside. This cordless drill is a DeWalt, and it took 12-volt batteries. And DeWalt hasn't used 12 volts in some time now. You can see the nickel cadmium batteries. And these models have gone from 18 volts even up to 20 volts now. This came in a nice metal case. Was a professional drill complete with a variable clutch, so it wouldn't strip your screws when you're driving them in, and all kinds of nice amenities on this drill. It's still a good tool. So someone chucked this to the curbside. Why would they do that? Because the batteries probably aren't functioning well anymore. So we're going to measure the batteries and find out what's going on. That smart charger down there, this thing's really nice too. This whole kit is very nice. It's a smart charger, and it's a fast charger. It'll charge a big nickel cadmium battery in about an hour, usually less. So this is a fast charger, and I charged these batteries up 4 days ago. We're on day number 5 right now, and what I want to do is measure the voltage from that charge. They finished charging at 13.8 volts. So this is day number 5. Let's see where the batteries are now. Battery number 1 has dropped to 11.5 volts. That's lost quite a bit of energy just sitting around doing nothing. And if I can get my probe to stick on this guy. Battery number 2, pardon me a second, my multimeter doesn't want to give me a good reading. There we go. 13 volts on battery number 2. So after they got off charge, they were 13.8. This guy's still at 13 after 5 days. That's really good. That's a good battery. This battery over here dropped to 11.5. That's not good after just 5 days. It should have held more of a charge. So one of two things has happened. Probably from a lot of use, these batteries have crystallization inside. The ground up nickel cadmium powders have been charged and discharged a lot, and they're growing crystals inside, just like a lead acid battery does. And the crystals usually form around the negative side of the battery, which is the silver part over here. And compounding that is fast charging. If these batteries are getting crystallized, they're not accepting the charge quickly, and this fast charger is not giving the chemistry inside the battery time to absorb the ions being thrown at it. So it's probably not taking a full charge, and it's discharging too quickly. So what I'm going to do is try to break up the crystallization inside by using a Bedini motor. You've seen this on my channel before. I'm going to hook that up to these batteries, and I'm going to break up the crystallization inside the batteries and see if they perform better. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these batteries a little bit on the drill and see how they discharge, see if they how long they last on the drill. I'll have to figure something out for that. I'm not going to make you wait through all of that. I'll get back to you when I have something more to show you. I'm over at my computer now, and I've looked up a nice article about battery crystallization and nickel cadmium batteries in particular. This is batteryuniversity.com, and these people specialize in making battery chargers. And they got a nice article about how to restore nickel batteries. And I won't bore you with all this, you can look it up yourself. But effectively what they say is pulse charging is the way to go to mitigate problems you have with a nickel-based battery. This first picture up here shows a battery with newly ground nickel cadmium in it. That's the anode side of the battery. What you're looking at is 1 micron width material, which is the particle size of cigarette smoke. And over time of use, especially if it's used hard, you'll grow crystals. That fine 1 micron dust will collect into 100 micron crystals, and you won't have enough surface area to absorb and hold the electricity you're trying to charge into the battery. So they suggest pulse charging, which I'm going to do with the Bedini pulse charger, and hopefully it'll break up the crystallization and let the battery function more normally. Okay, I've plugged in the battery packs to the drill, and I have been using them for a while, running them down, not tortuously, but just to run the battery down a bit. And I have the worst battery hooked up to my Bedini Energizer right now. And let me just get this off of here. The Bedini is only taking in 1 watt of energy, so its high voltage pulses are of extreme low energy, that is nearly 0 amperage. It's just being bombarded with little pulses of high voltage to hopefully break up the crystallization in these batteries. So I hope this will help the battery retain more charge and be able to use more of its amp hours. The pulse charging has been completed on these battery packs from this cordless drill. So now I'm recharging them with the fast charger that came with. That blinking light means that it's charging and everything's okay. If the light was blinking very quickly, it would indicate a damaged battery pack, such as a internal short. So the battery pack is fine. It has not been damaged. It's being recharged all the way, and we'll see if it holds that charge. Okay, these batteries have been reconditioned. The bad battery has been on the Bedini pulse charger for 20 hours, and the good battery, I gave it 4 hours pulsing time just because it was here. I had some extra time. So let's see how the batteries are doing. I've put them back in their recharger just like you would normally, and let's see if they're holding more of their energy. It's 4 days after reconditioning. The bad battery was at 11.5 last time before we did the reconditioning. Now that's been reconditioned. It's been 4 days after charging. It's at 13.04. Let's call it 13 volts even. And the good battery is at 13.15. So now they're very close to each other. So the reconditioning was successful. The Bedini works well reconditioning nickel cadmium batteries as well as other types. So success. Time to give these things back to their owners, and we'll see you later.